Grand Rising. I just thought I would, instead of vlogging this morning, I thought I would go ahead and just take you guys with me to go make a cup of coffee and we can chat for a minute. First, I'm washing my face. What you guys doing? I'm gonna wait for 1,000 people to enter the room and then I will start. Okay. Oh. No, I came on live for a reason on Saturday morning at this particular time. Hey, OMG. Whew. Alright, let's go downstairs, guys. Alright, let me make sure. Got my cup. Oh, yeah, I'm going down to make some coffee. Hi, Jose. Good morning. Good morning, sweetheart. Guys, what y'all doing this morning? Let's see what's going on with the goings on. I'm trying to figure out which light I want. Yes, honey, this is how I wake up. I'm good, sweetie. How are you? Whew. This is the wrong phone because I look fat. No, I'm not even going to say that. I don't look fat. I look amazing. Okay. Hi, guys. Thank you, Jose. That is amazing. I appreciate you. Guys, okay, so this is what we're doing. We're making coffee this morning. Now, I don't use a coffee maker because I like Folgers crystals. Gotta get them crystals, honey. Okay? That's the only crystals I use. And the crystals within. You got crystals within you. You gotta understand that. Okay? All right, so there you go. Now, with my pots and my pans, I keep them up. Listen. I keep my pots and my pans lifted up high because I want it's something about upper room energy. I mean, I know this sounds weird. I know it sounds like I'm reaching, but no, this is how my mind works. It's metaphysical. When I keep my foods when I keep my pots and pans like under the sink, it feels like, my food gets heavier. But when I keep, my pots and pans above the sink, it just feels like my food is lighter. I don't get tired. It's weird. I'm weird. There you go. Okay. Yes, I have laundry to do today. I have a lot to do today, but I'm still recovering from yesterday. Ain't got no bra on. There you go, honey. Deal with it. So I'm feeling much better, guys. I feel amazing. Last week was a little hard, but I got through it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel amazing. Shouts out to everybody who came into the live yesterday, right? We don't want that to fall. Okay, so we're going to talk about, okay, let me get my crystals. Look, you cannot, you like shorts? I got plenty of them on YouTube. I got like tons and tons of videos that you can watch on YouTube. Yes, honey. This is my go-to, guys. This is the Cristo, the Poggi Cristo. This is my go-to. Why do you do your lips like that, Janice? I don't know. They're trained to go. My lips are trained because I have no teeth. And this is how I make my mouth not sink in like an old lady. Like, you see what I'm saying? If I sink my mouth in like an old lady, then I'll feel old. Just a little Saturday humor. Okay, so now, am I going to use my coffee cup, my great coffee cup, or am I going to use the plastic? I think I'm going to use the plastic. I don't feel like lifting my coffee cup right now, so this is what we're using. Okay. I don't use white sugar. I use brown sugar because white sugar hurts my bones, makes my bones hurt. Jose, I'm glad you asked that question. Yes, all you have to do is come into 3 live streams. This is the um, qualifications to being a moderator. You come into 3 live streams. You direct people to do amazing stuff like share video. You know what I'm saying? You go ahead and do that. I hope we don't have a troll in the building. Because I see. Oh, hi. No, that's not a troll. Okay. Hi, Olivia. Hello. Good morning. Got the Folgers crystals ready to go. Okay. Oh no. No. Do I know you? Yes, I do know you. I know you. You're amazing. You're amazing. No joking. Yes, I do know you. I know each and every person up here. And that's the truth. You guys are amazing. Okay. Yes, I keep my sugar in my Folgers crystals thing because there you go. I'm not a wasteful person and I don't want to buy a lot of shit. I don't want to buy no sugar jars. I'm very simple girl. I'm a very simple girl. It's just the basics over here. Just only shit we need, that's what we buy. Okay? Hey. Is that everything? I think that's everything. Oh, creamer. This is the creamer. I don't know if you guys can see that. You don't have a cup of coffee unless you're using half and half. That's just what it is. It's not up for debate, okay? Yes, Jose, it's half and half. If you don't have half and half, then you're not drinking a true cup of coffee, guys. Guys, do you like, oh, thank you for the love. I'm enjoying that. Guys, do you like my nails? I painted my nails last night on live. You like them? They're mine. I'm a weirdo. Guys, this is what I'm going to talk to you guys about, okay? The world is going to think you are stark raving mad when you laugh a lot, when you can find ways to entertain yourself. This is what the kids do that grow up and be phenomenal human beings. You have to find the joy within yourself. Now, when I'm by myself, with myself, you know, guys, you guys might think I'm crazy. I think this is why I don't start dating, because I like entertaining self. I like being able to laugh out loud for absolutely nothing that you guys can see. For God talking to me and me thinking what God put on my head and put on my mind was hilariously funny. Y'all do not know God got the best sense of humor. And God is the voice within. You know, and look, God got the best sense of humor, and God can be shady as fuck. Look, it's going to be hard for you to communicate with others the higher you go into consciousness, because oh, okay, cool. I only see one like up here though. That's a problem. Let me stop. You guys can like the video or you cannot like the video. That's you know, the wow. Oh yes, that's gonna be a delicious cup right there. But I think I made it a little too strong. I do like mud. This is like mud, guys. This is mud. This coffee is mud. That's how I like my coffee, nice and strong. Like, like, what's her name? Walona said on Good Times. I like my men hot, black, and strong. Yes. All right. Can't start over because if you mess it up, if you add water after you if you add water after you done added your cream, it ain't gonna taste right. It's not gonna taste right. It's gonna be like the water is gonna overtake the whole thing. The water will overtake your whole cup of coffee if you even add a drop of water. This is how intense water is. Water is what we all need. Water is very important. But one drop of water will take over the whole cup. This is literal and metaphysical. Water is not something that you should take lightly in life. Water is a being with memory, with attitude, with water is an actual, it's a substance, but it has memory. It holds memory. So when you walk up on the water, you got to have pure, clean, amazing thoughts. That way the water can commune well with the cells within your body. If you don't do that, then you're gonna get old quick. Okay. Right. That's why I try to make sure everything in my life is of balance. Do I get pissed off? I absolutely, every now and then, yes. It's not very often, right? I put 2 tablespoons of brown sugar in there and it's still not sweet. So that's why I use the brown sugar, because it's not trying to overtake the freaking whole cup of coffee, right? I want to taste the coffee. And if you add water into your coffee after you have put, after the initial putting of the water in the coffee, you're done. You can't add no more, because then you will not taste nothing but water. I don't know how that works, why it works like that, but water is a very powerful being and it wants to overtake. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be able to control your water, is what I'm saying. Hold on, guys. Hey, hold on. I'm gonna show you guys something. I'm so proud of this. I stay right there. I got to show you something. I'm so proud of this. Don't go nowhere. Give me 1 second. Got to show you this. I'm extremely proud. I'm extremely bragging about this. This is amazing. Give me 1 second. This was a whole paycheck. Oh, eggs. I got eggs. Can you believe it? This is like gold these days. This eggs are gold, honey. I got gold right here. Now, there are some markets that have a sale on eggs, but Walmart ain't one of them, okay? I'm gonna just, Walmart, I'm throwing that shade on you because you know I cuss y'all out every Friday when I go into the freaking market. Yes, I be talking smack about y'all because y'all done went and gone crazy on them prices. I don't know who y'all think I don't know what you think's going on in America today, but them prices, y'all got me fucked up, honey. No, y'all got me fucked up. Y'all got the game fucked up. Crime? All right, guys. Now I'm done being retarded. Let's retire into the living room. Oh, it's all about the angle, Paulie. It's all about the angle. Y'all wanna go upstairs? I'm just going live today to tell you guys that I will be going live today. No, actually, I'm trying to get these watch hours up so I can get monetized. That's so weird to say that because when you chase something, it only eludes you. It only runs away from you. So I'm already monetized in my mind, right? Because I know so many ways to make money, but I'm trying to figure out if I really want that heavy energy right now. Can I deal with the heavy energy of the trillions of dollars that I'm going to be making on these platforms? You know what I'm saying? So, where you guys at? It's 6 a.m. already. It's almost nighttime. Get up. What's up, Jose? Did you guys catch that live stream yesterday? It was about dating. It was about a couple guys that I dated back in 2018 before I had got with the guy I last dated. He could have been like the best man I ever dated. I'm gonna just let you know right now. Well, the representative of him was the best man I ever dated, especially in the physical way. He did things so gently. How can you be extremely gentle and extremely passionate at the same time? How? He was extremely gentle with me to where when he would touch you, you could barely feel it, but yet extremely passionate. How does one get over a man like that? Because I don't know. And then I'd be thinking, was it all physical? Was it just because he was so amazing with me physically, so gentle physically? Was that the real reason that I fell literally in love with him? No, because he was a kind person. His voice would make like the top of my head, it would make my head tingle on some of the things that he would say when he would massage his feet at night. Not massage his feet, when he would put lotion on his feet at night. How vigorous he was with his own skin, but how gentle he was with my skin was, I'm not gonna cry. Fit check, please. What that mean? Jose. Rewind the video, Jose. But yeah, all jokes to the side. I don't see me damn. How can somebody affect you like that where you don't see, I love him for real. Because if he's with somebody right now, I want them to be blissfully happy. That's what happens when you really love somebody. You you want them to be with you, right? But if they not with you, you still want them to be blissfully happy. You want them to have the best life. What kind of man or woman wants somebody to have a miserable life if they not with them? I don't know where they do that at. Now, no judgments, no shade. But I don't want him to be miserable because he don't like me no more. He don't love me no more. No, but that don't benefit me. I want him to be blissfully happy. I hope he's blissfully happy. He don't have me no more, so I don't know how that's possible. No, I'm joking. But when you are a certain type of woman, and I'm going to say this to the ladies, I should get in my talking chair, but I'm not. Cause I'm getting ready to say something right now. If you a certain kind of woman, yo, if I go, you know what I'm about to go into, I'm not gonna go into deep, but certain type of woman, and I'm gonna break it down for you guys. Certain types of woman is gonna find it hard to quote unquote settle. Knowing your worth is it's a top tier thing, but it can be a lonely place. Not lonely to where, oh, I'm so lonely, but a lonely place where you find yourself in your own bubble and being like, I'm good over here. Cause yeah, no. Cause it's always something, and even if it's not something, you know, you could say something out of pocket. That red flag go up. I'm good over here, and a red flag could be anything to where you can get slick out your mouth in a disrespectful way in the beginning, like before you even know me. Talking about something like, okay, it's a way to say things. Like if somebody met me and be like, damn, bitch, you cute, but when you gonna get that mouth fixed? If you come at me saying that from the beginning, I might laugh because that shit is funny. But I'm gonna know that shit, you start out like that, man. I might wanna you cute, but you need to get that mouth fixed. Yeah. So yeah, no. I love honesty though. And I like funny people. Now, if you put it in a funny man, oh y'all, guess who I seen? All right, I'm Mariah. If you put it in a funny manner, I can digest it better. But if you put it in a manner that's like, oh, I still might laugh. I ain't even gonna lie, because life is a joke. I'm gonna say that again. Life is a motherfucking joke. And if you don't get the joke, you don't get the joke, honey. If you don't get the joke in life, you don't get the joke. You don't get the joy. Listen, I was evicted 3 years ago. Almost, it's 2 years ago and some change. I was evicted from my home. I had this lady. Wait a minute, I should get my talking chair. Hold on. Let you guys know, when I do videos, I don't put the good stuff in the front of the video and at the end. I put the meat in the middle, honey. Because you ain't going to come in here and get all my jewels and ain't put your time in. That's not happening. Okay? Okay. So look. Oh, okay. So it's 4,000 people in the building now. Okay. So me being a laughing, a joking person, I it's hard for me to get offended. It's very hard. Um, but I see red flags in certain people that try to get with me. Like, I'm paying attention to your eye movements. I'm paying attention to your eyebrows. I'm paying attention to, listen, I read faces. I read lines in the face. I read everything. You know what I'm saying? And most of the women are waking up on the planet. That the women are going to wake up. The men have a lot of men have woken up, but it's a lot of women waking up now as we speak. Now, you're going to get bots. And what that is a biological over fucked up tranny. No, I'm joking. No, it's gonna be a bot is a person that really has no soul. And when I say soul, I mean no memory. Now, what I mean memory, when I say no memory, soul is memory. I mean that they don't have a timeless, it's a subconscious thing though. It's not memory that you can like grab in the physical, but it's a subconscious memory that you can't access readily in the physical. I mean, memory of you being a forever thing, memory of you being one with all. This is what a person that has no soul is. Let's get into it. I should stand up, but I'm not. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get my other phone because I'm gonna go live on Facebook as well. So guys, hold on 1 second. Yes, there you go. Let me go ahead and get this mess out of the way. My work shirt that I didn't put away. Hold on, guys. Yes, it's okay. There you go. Give me 1 second. Let me hang this up. Guys, also I gotta go to the bathroom, so can you please excuse me? I'll be right back. Lots of farting, but that's okay. Hey, you gotta go downstairs for something? You gotta go downstairs for something? Yeah. Oh, okay. Because as I said, I'm streaming, but the camera is facing different. Okay. Share. Okay. Okay, yeah, guys. This is what it is this morning, okay? There you go. It is what it is. Okay. I'm not a people person. I'm just not. I'm not a people person. Okay? I love people, but I'm not a people person. Okay? My family can tell you this. Okay? I be trying. Okay? Okay. All right, going live on Facebook as we speak. Good morning, guys. Grand Rising. Okay, so I am live on YouTube. If you would rather go to YouTube and check me out, that's fine. Been live on YouTube for 36 minutes, point 52. So if you want to go ahead, if you have multiple devices, why don't you go ahead and click on to both? I mean, it's not going to cost you anything, right? Let's get these views up. Okay, so what we were talking about, right? Yesterday I was talking about dating. Come rise with Jay. Okay, so yesterday I did a live stream on dating. If you did not go check that out, go and check that out. Now, I was talking about the fun I had being unattached, just having fun, and I never thought, like when I used to watch Good Times and I saw Thelma dating all them guys, in my mind, I was like, Thelma's a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Because I was young and indoctrinated at that particular time. But you guys know Thelma had a gang of boyfriends, right? Do I want boyfriends? Hell no, not even one. But I'm just saying that I have not given up on the thought or the idea of dating. But then I was saying most of the people that are in this realm at this moment, listen, I'm going to tell you something. This is the best time to be alive on this planet, especially if you are a conscious being, meaning you are in tune with you and the God within and those around you, or around somebody like that. But guess what? Here's the gag. Somebody that's conscious, high in consciousness, or even coming into consciousness is not going to put their self in real life, in real time, around somebody that's not woke, around somebody that's dealing with politics on a level that's stressing them out. That's getting on here talking about who voted for Trump. Dummies. That's retarded. I'm going to just let you know right now. That's retarded. You mean to tell me all of this time that you've been living, you don't know that these people are not making the decisions? So somebody conscious is not going to dumb themselves down, and I'm not, no shade. Somebody conscious is not going to dumb themselves down to be around somebody that has three-dimensional thinking. How do you recognize somebody with three-dimensional thinking, especially if you're talking about dating? You recognize somebody with three-dimensional thinking if that person thinks about nature as it correlates with the body, as that person understands that judgments and attachments are. See, you can be conscious even before you realize that you're conscious, right? My grandmother, I really never heard her speak ill of another human being in my life. Now, did she identify herself as a conscious person? Hell no. But she was the most conscious being. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And I have a cousin. Her name is Bunny. Bunny is exactly like my grandmother. I have never, and I'm gonna tell you this right now. I have never, not one time, heard my cousin Bunny ever heard her speak a bad or say something derogatory about another human being. Even if that human being was like her and the person was like in a particular fight, she would just tell the story of what took place in the situation. She wouldn't say nothing derogatory about the person. And I would be like, damn, just like my grandmother. So I digress. I'm going back to the story of potentially finding love when you have made the decision to focus really on the God within you, because the masses think that they are focusing on God. And I'm not talking about Christians that go to church and, it don't have nothing to do. You can be in church and be conscious. Those things are not separated. You listen, a lot of people that go to church are really conscious. They really meditate. They really are focused in and honed in on the God within them. The thing is that they not out there like that. They not out there for clicks and views. They just in tune with God, but they know they need fellowship. So when people rag on the churches, I used to, when I first came into consciousness, because I wasn't aware, all of that comes full circle. So you in kindergarten, which is religion, that's kindergarten. To invite, okay, yeah. Um, so you in kindergarten. I can't see no comments nowhere, guys. So if somebody's in the building, we got 2,000 over here on YouTube, though. 2,000 likes. That makes a lot of sense. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Right? So somebody that's consciousness is going to come off being weird to you guys in real life. Somebody like me coming into a room, yeah, the room is gonna light up. I'm gonna just let you know right now, no shade. I'm gonna just tell you, the room gonna light up. But once I start speaking, a lot of people will get bothered because there's a light in the things that I speak, because the things that I speak are life-giving, right? And we're in a world of strongholds, right? So this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to especially when you're thinking about dating, we're trying to get rid of strongholds. So that's why attachments don't serve. They don't serve. I'm gonna just let you know right now. Most attachments do not serve. I'm gonna tell you what happens when you transcend the realm. How do you know what happens when you transcend the realm, Janice? You've never died. Oh, yes, I have. I'm 951 years old, honey. Yes, I have. How do you transcend? What happens when you transcend the realm? Everything that you are attached to is going to, listen, this bodysuit, this body you're in, it's like protection, right? It's like you going into the elements with no clothes on. That's what happens when you leave the realm. But it's so intense. Y'all know I have a lot of stories. When I went to hell, I went to heaven. Listen, lots of story times. But it's so intense. It's so intense when you transcend the realm and you attach to stuff. That's why you can't be attached to shit. Like I told my kids, when something happened to me and I transcend, anybody coming into that funeral crying, kick them out. Let me go, honey. I don't cry. Listen, when you transcend the realm, everything you was attached to is going to pull you back in, pull you down, trying to, make you reincarnate back into this realm, which this is not what the earth is. A school. Earth is a city in the universe. University. Earth is a city in the universe. There you go. So you're in school right now, honey. So pay attention. The reason it's hard for people that come into consciousness today is because we enter and overstand that attachments pull you back in. Now, what kind of, if you're not going to be getting into some attachments, how are you going to fellowship and have amazing sexual feelings? Because we need that as well. Balance, okay? We want that. We crave that. We need that. We came here to experience that. So yeah, let's experience that without attachments. How do you do that? How do you get, just like with Tay, y'all know I'm attached. I mean, not really, but the memories, you know what I'm saying? The memories they come back, and then I start feeling a little melancholy, not sad, but like, damn. Thinking about what could have been. I'm all over the place right now, but I'm going somewhere. So when you start coming into consciousness, you're going to understand your worth. So it's going to get less likely the higher you go into consciousness for you to be attached to another soul. Because love is glue, and glue ain't good most of the time. I mean, yeah, it will bond something together. It will bond something together. But sometimes you need your. And when you transfer, the one thing you don't want to do is have attachments. You don't want to be attached to your body. You don't want to be attached to nothing but the God within you, which is the mind, because you're going to need that mind to travel to where you want to go when you transcend the realm. You have unlimited potential. But the game of life is, and the gag is, well, to have you attached to things. And you know what? The most diabolical attachment is judgments. Judgments on people is such a drug and such an attachment to where it's the worst. Not for me. I don't give a damn. You can judge me all you want. You can judge whoever you want. But for the person, they will start to see their life going to a decline because you set these harsh judgments on your neighbor. So when you transcend the realm, your heart is not going to be as light as a feather. When you transcend the realm, you got to start getting ready now to transcend. You're not here forever, and you don't want to be. You got to start getting ready to transcend the realm. And how you do that is you start lightening your heart, right? You start looking at your neighbor as, that's me. You start embracing the differences in other people, right? You live and let live. That shit is not just a saying. You live. You have fun, right? Find some like-minded individuals if you are going to be congregating. You may have to go to work and be around who you have to be around, but in your real life, and that is not, that's something you can, you can choose. Because the plantation, i.e. work, slavery, look, it's levels to this. Because the body is the real plantation. I know I'm all over the place. I'm a female Joel Osteen, just all over the goddamn place. But I'm going somewhere. Just take the little jewels you can use. Take the little sound bites, the little teeny morsels that you can use, and put that in your back pocket if what I'm saying sounds ridiculous, or what I'm saying sounds like I'm reaching, or I'm mental illness, right? When a female or male starts knowing their worth, they're less likely to get attached. Stuff that they, listen, because they already realize I can have whatever I want. So I shall not want. I don't want for shit. I don't give a damn what it look like. I don't give a damn if the goddamn going whatever go on. Goddamn, I'm gonna say the gas and electric. We had that issue before. Yes, honey, they cut the BGE off like a couple months ago, like 2 months ago. Yes, they did, honey. But it was back on in a couple hours. That's what I'm talking about. The problems ain't going nowhere. So you got to learn how to deal with problems on your own. You can't sit here and try to deal with your problems, your state, your overall homeostasis or feeling of well-being when you're not fully wholly full. And then you dealing with this person's idiosyncrasies. Did I say that right? So yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and try to maneuver my way through my own feelings and then try to figure out what's going on in your world. That's not happening. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, took it off, put it back on, sold it, brought it back in. There you go. Okay. So what I'm saying is, and it's been 53 minutes and I'm not stopping. I'm just not. I may stop and go and take a shower and then come back. I don't know, guys. I don't know. But when a female knows her worth, guess what? Compliments are a dime a dozen. I don't care how ugly you think the female is. I don't care if she got one tooth in her mouth. I don't care if she ain't got shit in her mouth. Compliments are like a dime a dozen because a female that knows her worth, or a man that knows his worth, walk different, talk different, have this certain air about them that's not judgmental, but just this like, I want to be around that person. Dang, I want to be around that person. I feel safe with that person. I feel like that person is real. That person is a little, not cuckoo, but that person is a little giddy, maybe too giddy for my taste. Cause I got this girl on my job. She just like me. She real giddy, right? And when I first met her, I was like, hey, I'm the giddy one around here. Don't get it fucked up. No, I'm joking. But when you get around somebody like me, yeah, you got to test it out. Got to make sure that the person ain't like cuckoo. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people today, it's hard to find somebody that's truly upbeat, giddy, and conscious of their thinking. Because a lot of people that go, like people with, what do you call it, schizophrenia, The difference is a person with schizophrenia, they go to different realms, but they haven't developed the soul memory to be able to come back to the realm, come back down to earth. They don't give a shit. They done vacated. Look, they elope from this joint. They like, oh, fuck it. And, they sitting there talking to themselves in public. And they don't have the wherewithal to say, okay, look, I'm talking to God right now. Okay. There's people around me I'm talking to. You don't see them. It's okay. But I'm talking right now. So give me a minute. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't possess that, but these are really gifts. But the AMA calls it schizophrenia, but they're gifts that have become demonized, right? Because of, we don't want you knowing you got gifts. Shit. Then why? How are we gonna make money over here in this psych wards? If you know that what you're experiencing is a gift and not a curse. So now we put all this stigma on it, and we put all this, oh, you got mental illness. You got mental illness. We put all this stuff on it, and we, gotta love doctors. Gotta love those doctors. Got the Hippocratic Oath. Why do you think it's called the Hippocratic Oath or Hippo? I forget. Hippocratical Oath. It's a hypocritical oath. Gotta love the doctors, right? Words and sounds, guys. You just gotta understand words and sounds, baby. But it's funny because I was at my doctor's, right? And I told my doctor, I said, yeah, remember, if you prescribe me something, remember, it has to be non-narcotic, right? About 2 minutes later, she said, have you thought about pain therapy? Or what is it called? Pain management? I'm like, you care. Bitch, you get out my face talking about some pain management. You know what, to those who don't know what pain management is, no shade to the people on pain management, because some people need that, right? Pain management is going to a doctor, getting medicine on a constant basis for pain. 9 times out of the 10 is, do you know how terrified I am of the narcotic jail? That's a prison. Guys, you're under a bunch of lights that's invisible. I know I sound crazy. You're up under a lot of invisible lights that you don't see. It's called a grid, a light grid, right? So that's why when you enter into different states, you enter a different mindset. So the spirit doesn't want to travel outside of the different mindsets. So you kind of locked in. It wants to lock, the you, there's a part of you that wants to stay locked in, right? So you locked into this like light prism. And until you decide or discover that you are free, then you won't travel outside of that prison or prism, right? So the same is true with drugs. Drugs is a literal prison, but it's going to come across like just something you do. No, it's a jail sentence. $30 of that. You think I'm going to, consciously with my full frame of mind, gonna go ahead and take a chance with that? Hell no. I don't even want to take blood pressure medicine because I don't know the effects that it'll have on my brain. Metaphysically, honey. Meaning shit that they can't even predict. So I'm not going to sit there and take no chances on a medication that I don't know how it's going to affect me in the long run. They don't even know how it's going to affect you in the long run. So pain management, ma'am, really, I just told you I'm coming up on 3 years clean and you going to suggest pain management? Where they do that at? At the doctor's office. Now, when I was on the drugs and I wanted the fucking drugs, the what the drug did they give? I forget what it's called. Dilaudid. I was hooked on Dilaudid. God damn it. When I would go to the hospital, give me some Dilaudid, please. Dilaudid, right? Damn, I just had a flashback. See, be careful what you say. Be careful what you say and be careful how you allow yourself to experience shit in your mind. Don't romanticize the pain. See it for what it is and just the gratitude. So you replace the romanticism, if that's a word, of your drug addiction. You replace that with gratitude, because romanticizing will subconsciously set you up and set the situation up for you to be able to go back there, right? So that's what we don't want. So we got to stand clear. There's nothing before God within. Not a food, not a drug, not a man. Okay? Nothing comes before that. Nobody comes before that. And when you do that perfectly, you will understand. And you will know your worth. You will understand, OMG. It's all in me. It has been the entire time. The entire time, everything that I wanted, I had full access to. Everything that I could ever dream of, I had full access to. But I did not realize it. Once you realize that, your life will open up to you. Life will bow down to you. God will be like, it's about damn time. I've been seeking your ass out. You supposed to seek me out. I've been seeking you out. How about that? Right? It's amazing. Now, see, our parents and grandparents, our ancestors, now they explain God, right? But they didn't know how to break it down in a metaphysical way on how eating right. Why eating right? See, we always want to know the why. Why does eating right make your life better? Why is your health your wealth? Because there's a God that actually resides in your gut. That anything you intake is coming between that. Now I'm gonna tell you guys some high level information. Y'all ready? Sun and water. This is all that your body requires. When you do that, listen, our ancestors said fast. They didn't, listen, now I'm sure they experienced the benefits of fasting, but they didn't know metaphysical. When you know metaphysical when you know it in theory, You know the metaphysics, you know it in theory, then you go ahead and practice it, experience it over and over again. Now here comes the wisdom. And now you know, OMG, this thing is more powerful than I could ever imagine. Why eating right is so powerful. Why fasting is so powerful. You think Ramadan is just, they just do it just to say, we do Ramadan, we do Ramadan. No, that shit is powerful. That's the most powerful thing you can do in this world is fast. Because that's all the body really requires. And when you go ahead, listen, eating is sinning. I know that's crazy. Because separation from God is missing the mark. When you eat, you separate you from God because you bringing something else in. You bringing a middleman in. But so we're taught that we got to eat to live, right? And I'm gonna tell you the gag. The gag is this is how the game is played. Eggs done gone up real high. And yes, I do be, in on the joke and shit. I mean, in on the, oh my God, eggs, eggs, eggs. I need eggs. Eggs is high. OMG, right? But how about the shit that's most unhealthy for you? They make it real expensive. So you will go off and you will start buying it like in droves. I don't even think you're really supposed to be eating eggs. But they're so damn delicious. I ain't perfect. Yeah, because all eggs is a dead fetus. I think. You're eating dead fetus. Everybody look. Ask McDonald's about the burgers. I don't know. We all eating dead shit. Right. But anyway. So Facebook is playing their usual hard to get cock tease bull crap. Joking. I'm just joking. You guys know that I am a bad joker. There you go. I want to tell you guys, when you start knowing your worth, you will not settle. You come into consciousness, shit. Even though I have seen some fine ass young men, I'd be like, God damn. Okay, let me get off of that. And young women. Oh my goodness, the women be beautiful. Yes. Lusting. Lusting is not good. Hi, Ed. What's up, Edward? How you doing? Edward, I need you. I need you, Edward. But you ain't in Baltimore. I know, right? You're not in Baltimore, are you? You doing hair in Baltimore? Major. Why you laughing? Because I said the men and the women, fine. Fine. Yes, you guys are so fine. Let me stop. Stop it, y'all. Y'all got me started. So, yes, this is why attachments are, they will rob you. Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh, it's a slow connection. Oh, you not in Baltimore. Oh, I wish you was. What? Oh, wow. Everything big in Texas. My children moved to Texas, but they came back. But shoot, Texas, I heard, is amazing. Some good people in Texas, too. So if I ever come out to Texas, I'm definitely getting my hair done by the best. You are the, I don't know. You slayed this head, OMG. You to the gods. You this is the best hair. Oh my God. You are a hair genius. You're not just a hair technician. You're not just a salon artist. Yeah, you're an artist when it comes to hair. Artist. Dang. Oh my gosh. I sure do miss your hands. You have amazing hands. Oh my goodness. And it felt so good when you were in my hand. I was like, no diddy. That's another thing, right? Okay, story time. So I went to the doctor the other day, right? And so the doctor was doing my heart, right? She was listening to my heart. And oh, so the doctor was listening to my heart. And when she was listening to my heart, listen now, relax. I'm not being weird, right, y'all? But when she was listening to my heart, had the stethoscope, I felt tingling down there. I was like, whoa, take it easy. I said, this ain't right. This ain't right. Shoot, this is not right. I felt a little tingle down there. I was like, Janice, you got to rethink things. So, yes, it was very tingly down there when she was, stethoscoping me and everything. She had it on my back. I said, maybe you need a massage, now I do massage myself, which is amazing because the way I do it, it feels like other hands is on me instead of my own. You know what I'm saying? So it feels amazing when I'm massaging myself, right? However, I realized when that doctor was touching me, no diddy, that her hands were great. No, I'm joking. Yeah. Years. I'm mean, just let you know right now. It's been years. It's been years. Maybe that's why I'm like, I don't know. But yes, I'm probably is horny, Edward. And it's crazy. The hornier I get, the less likely I think I am to act on it. It's weird. It's so weird. It's like the hornier I get, the less likely I am to act on it because I don't want to bring somebody in to my space that's going to break my heart again. I don't want that. I don't want to be longing for somebody that doesn't long for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want somebody in my space that's not going to enhance the space. I don't need a pulling down. I've been through that 30 years, almost 30 years. Yes, Major, it's been a while, been years. 2022 to be exact. I think it was February 2022. There you go. Right? That's the good tingle still there. That's good to tingle still there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I'm 51, right? I think the appetite is way more intense. But the more intense that I think I really had relations in my mind. Like I experienced people. That's the good thing about consciousness. So coming into consciousness, you can experience people First of all, you can experience it through dream, because I do have dreams that I wake up and be totally, yeah, those type of dreams, like monthly. Monthly, since I was 12, I would get them like maybe, yeah, about monthly. Since I was 12 years old, would get those, what they call wet dreams. Put the kids to bed, even though it's 6 a.m. This is for the adults, guys. So it's for 6 months. I mean, since I was 12, I would get them like monthly. Then when I was on drugs, they became intense. When I got on drugs, they became intense, but I would get them like if I like went 2 or 3 days without the drug, then it's like the succubus would come. I never had the incubus until after I got off of drugs, right? But the succubus would come and, fuck around with me in my sleep or whatever. Them succubus ugly as fuck, but they nasty. They nasty. OMG. I would wake up double. You know what I'm saying? Come 2 times. I'm telling you. Like, the succubus is so powerful. Like, you would come one time, and then you wake up to the come, and then you could come another time on the thought. It's crazy. I'm telling you that. Look, I ain't judging. I ain't judging, but the wet dream, people judge those, but don't judge it. They're amazing, right? So yes, people like me are not likely to get into a relationship, even if they're not quote unquote conscious of them and the God within them on a molecular, atomic, I mean, molecular level. If they're not in tune with like every cell of their body, like me, I'm in tune with every cell in my body talks to me. What I mean by that, if I put something in my hand, I can know right then and there if that thing is good or bad for me. If I'm going to pop an aspirin, I'm 9 times out of the 10, I don't even have to pop the aspirin, put it in my hand and it works. This is how that works. So it's like everything is merging. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that I can, whatever I need, I can just touch. I'm sensitive. I'm an empath. I'm sensitive to energy. So the energy in that pill, once it hits my hand, then you know what I'm saying? That's weird how that works. So somebody like me is highly unlikely to find their counterpart, their male counterpart or female counterpart, right? So yes, honey, when somebody knows their worth, they already understand. Like, if I wanted to, I could like put $1 million in my hand today. Like, I look, I'm just that crazy enough to know that that's possible. You are one idea, one person, one place, one thing away from everything. Not even, you're not away from it. It's right there. Do I want to deal with that energy? No, I don't want to deal with $1 million energy right now. So I ride the current and gradually let it come to me. Okay? Because I'm riding. You know what I'm saying? I'm riding the current, and that thing is going to come to me in a manner that I can stomach it, that I can process it, I can break it down, and I can share. Okay? need to keep focus on God within. Anything less would be uncivilized, okay? God within is a jealous God. So even now, when just say if I put a lot of time and thought into anything for somebody else, that particular thing is going to show me, or God within is going to show me, okay, you did too much on this one. You did too much. Because in a way where maybe the person might be a little ungrateful, or the person might be mad at me for no reason. It doesn't compute to me though, because I know that person is me. This is all weird. I don't know if I'm explaining it to where you guys could understand where I'm coming from. But knowing your words is very important. When you know your words, it's like you can't settle. That's the last thing you're going to do. And you don't even want to put yourself in a situation where you allow yourself to have to choose if you're gonna uh if you're gonna choose you or somebody else. You don't even want to put yourself in that situation because you like, I don't want to deal with nothing that's going to interrupt the flow of me and God, because that's where everything resides. When I cross over the realms, when I transcend this realm, that's what I want to be focused on, because that's what's going to get you, full access to whatever and wherever it is you want. You don't want to be pulled down by these lights, by the light prism or prison called Earth School or the university. You want to graduate the university. Earth is a city in the universe. You want to graduate that, right? But you can't graduate that if something's pulling you down. If 10 years later somebody's still, pulling you down to this earth realm. I'm gonna let you know right now, if you lose a parent, if you lose, because I just lost a parent, and this particular parent wasn't even in my life. I knew right then and there, if I wasn't into consciousness, that wouldn't have been a good thing, because a lot of things was unearthed when my father passed away that would have depressed me. So much happened when my father passed away. We had people taking over his will that probably didn't even know him like that. People, stealing monies that they had no right to. That would have depressed me. I'm going to tell y'all about that on Patreon, or I can make an unlisted video and you can send a Cash App. I think I'm going to put that on Cash App. On unlisted video. I don't know how much I'm going to charge for that, but I'm going to tell you guys exactly what happened when my father passed away. It was so much drama involved because people took over. This is what happens when you don't, communicate. Because a lot happened with my dad. Communication. Every now and then, you reach out to your kids. That's necessary. Just reach out to my daughter and my son-in-law yesterday. It was amazing. My other daughter, want to reach out to her, but I don't know how she would react to me right now. It's a lot of things that I go through, guys. A lot of unspoken stuff that you guys have no clue that I'm going through. I go through a lot. It's, if I would go down the line with the stuff of what's going on in my family that I want to fix and that I want to be there for, and that's weighing down on me, that I'm trying to transcend. I'm trying to, fly above the drama in my head because everybody else is probably fine. I'm the one that's sitting here like, oh my gosh, this and this, I can't do this and I can't do that. I can't be there for this one. I can't be there for that one. I can't bring the family together. Oh my goodness, these people stole from us, from my dad's real kids. And these lawyers and the person that they're going, oh my God. But this was what my dad had to go through because he did not communicate with his kids. Now he had to transcend the realm and see his estate being stolen, most of it anyway, and his kids not getting what it was that he would have wanted them to get. So that was hard. And me and my brother and my sisters, we wanted our father all those years. I remember my brother was starting his own business. I'm not even going to talk about it, but my brother was hurt. But guess who was there? My mom. I don't even know. Give my dad. I do. But I was so mad that the way he lived his life would allow a troll to come in, or what do you call it? A leech to come in and steal from his kids. Now, I know everything is everything. I know everything happens for a reason. You know what I'm saying? But damn. And that hurt. Because every girl wants our daddy. And that's why I won't settle. Oh, I'm not going to sit here and cry over and let society tell me, oh, because I didn't have a father, I'm not a whole person. I'm not going to be whole, or you have to be this way or that way because you didn't have a father coming up. No, you're a timeless soul. You're a timeless being, right? So you know how to act. You know how to maneuver this realm. You just got to remember, okay? You know how to act, even if you don't have a dad, even if you don't have a mom. And sometimes I feel like I was just dropped on this fucking planet. Especially now. Last year, I walked into a meeting, right? And the one person in the meeting that I was like, that's a cool girl. She cool. I really like her. The one person, when I walked in that meeting, she would not stop giving me the gas face. She looked at me like I smacked her or something. And I could not believe it. This is the jealous God in you that's going to, when you really hold somebody up too high, for no reason, that person is going to despise you. This is how that works. See, in my mind, I wanted like a relationship with her, to be able to like go out, have lunch. Not like that. She's married and I'm not attracted to her like that. But yeah, I wanted to, because she was like my type. She say what she mean, and but the way she was looking at me like with hate, and I'm like, bitch, I did not sleep with you. What the fuck is wrong with you right now? Stop looking at me, right? She would not stop staring at me and like, bitch. She had that look on her face, like, and that's because, look, I sat there and broke it down to myself. I was like, damn, it's like you really, in your mind, you really wanted her to be your friend so bad that God within you said, okay, so that's what you want? Okay. But the gag is, yeah, I'm going to make her hate you. So that's why I don't be getting close to people. And then you know what? So this was around in August when I had that flood in the house. So guess what? I ain't been to a meeting since. But I went Friday for the first time in a long time to a meeting and got my life. I had a ball. I was in a circle of women talking. We was sitting there talking for like an hour. I could not freaking believe it, because I'm not a people person. I don't like small talk. I don't. I don't like congregating. I don't. I like being in my bubble. So y'all, if y'all ever see me in public and I just, hello, and keep going, don't take it personal. That's everyone, that's everywhere. I'm not a people person. So don't think, oh, well, she's going to be a people person with me. She's going to be, giddy with me. No, I'm going to say, how you doing? Good to see you. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow. No, that's what Tay said. But no, look. Yeah, if you see me in person 9 times out of the 10, I'm going to just say hi, make you feel amazing for like 1.1 second, and then I'm going to be on my way. That's just how I am. That's how I've really always been. Okay? Not a people person. Oh, why did you get like that? School. School made me not want to fuck around, honey. I'm not going to get started on them girls in school that tortured me. I'm going to save that for a Patreon video or an unlisted video that you guys can pay for, because I'm going to go off on this video, okay? I'm human. I'm only human. Yeah, I'm going to talk about school and how the girls, they said, my girlfriend Trina said that one girl said that I smell bad, right? And that was probably true that day, because I had a girlfriend and we used to trade pants. And so I just put on her pants one day. I borrowed her pants. I didn't smell them. I didn't go ahead and smell the crotch. I just put them on. They looked, they was brand new pants, but she wore them once, but I guess she forgot to wash them. And so I went to school and I kept smelling something. I was like, damn, somebody's stinking me. All day, right? All day I was like, somebody stink. Come to find out, I had to go home early. I said, oh, hell no. Right? And I told her, I said, girl, you think next time you loan somebody some pants, you maybe should wash them first? And then the stigma got on me. They never let me live that down. The pig and her sister, they never let me live that down. That telling everybody, oh, she stink. She stink. Listen, I pay special attention to my area. It just so happens that day I was off my game with the pants situation. OMG. And they never let me lay down. They tortured me. You wear funky pants to school one. So yes, honey, they was talking bad smack about me. Because I probably was the best built girl up to school. I mean, I'm not even going to play with it. I'm not going to sit there and try to be, oh, yeah, they was built good too. No, they weren't. No, they weren't. And they really ain't built good now. But me either, but I'm getting better. Well, we'll all get better, hopefully, right? So I'm still in my mind trying to make sense of, the fact that every chance I fucking get, I throw shade at them people. I don't know why, because they probably didn't went on and forgot about that, but probably not. They probably still saying that shit. I don't know. Do I care? A little bit. Because now in my mind, no, I don't give a fuck. But if I'm still talking about it, then maybe I care somewhere where I don't know it exists. Yes, maybe. Right? I care because I'm looking at that 16-year-old girl that had no friends and that wanted friends. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about just regular friends you talk to at gym. I had friends like that, which were amazing to me, way more different to me than those girls, right? But I'm talking about, they would get together. They would get together at after school. They would go places after school. And I wanted that real bad. But guess what? The gag is that the one girl that they was, talking to me about told me everything. Told me everything they were saying about me and wound up being my best friend because I hated her too at first because I was like, they some mean ass bitches, right? But come to find out, me and the girl that they was hanging with, and she wound up being my best friend. And we had, when I say fun, we had that fun that everybody thought we was stark raving mad. We would be on a bus going places, and we had like a ton of inside jokes that was so funny. Like we would act like we was rich, right? And we would get on everything we would say. We would be like, Man, I'm going to school tomorrow. Boo. You know, everything was boo at the end. I mean, we would just have fun. And like if somebody said something that was like really, good, we'd be like, wow. We would just have so much fun. Just saying dumb stuff that was very funny and that was, like, wow. Oh, we'd be like, just like if somebody said something and they couldn't like get it together, we'd be like, duh, 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 duh. Like, duh, 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 duh. We just had so much fun. And so imagine three people, me, my cousin, and my best friend. Imagine three people on the bus doing all this crazy stuff. Boo, around. So we look crazy everywhere we go, but there was nobody in Baltimore City laughing like we did. There was nobody. Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and say, I'm gonna be bold when I say this. Nobody in Baltimore City had the most fun like we did. We would go to the harbor. I forget what that was called, but it was down on Charles Street. I forgot. It's downtown. We would go downtown. And then we would go to the sports bar downtown and drink. I mean, we had the cleanest fun, just laughing. The inside jokes was everything. If you get you some friends, get you some inside jokes. Now, people might think you crazy. But it's nothing like the inside joke between friends. Nothing like, as long as you ain't making fun of people. Let me get that straight. You can't make fun of people. It's not nice. Okay? You can, but make sure don't nobody know you're doing it. Anyways, it's all about, listen, now I'm going to tell you something that's not going to be popular, okay? So definitely listen to what I'm about to say, but take it easy and relax. Don't get all in an uproar about what I'm about to say. Just relax, okay? Having a high vibration is not healthy. Having a low vibration is not healthy. And what do you mean by that? How is having a high vibration not healthy? Isn't that what the whole world is saying? Vibrate high, vibrate high, vibrate high. Janice, you laugh all the time. That's a high vibration. No. That's an even current. Okay? That's a wave. That's an even current. So I'm vibrating at an even pace. You know what I'm saying? I'm coasting. I'm not running the shit. People that's out here shooting have a high vibration. People that's out here smacking people upside the head have a high vibration. Now, people in church stomping and, talking to the Lord and speaking in tongues, that's a high vibration. Is that good? Yes, that's very good. You know what I'm saying? But see, listen, water's going to find its level. So don't be brought down. You come down. You come down. Don't be brought down. And this is the problem that the conscious community is having. They're getting that high vibration and they're being brought down. This is the problem that the celebrities are having. They got this high vibration and you got to be brought down because water's going to find its level. So you come down off the horse, you ride that thing. You know what I'm saying? You be good to the horse. You stroke the horse. You just stroke it. There you go. People like to be stroked. You stroke it, right? You get very nice with the horse. Listen, low vibration It's not good. Right? Now, yeah, sometimes my vibration will be high. Because I'm going to be extremely happy or extremely mad. That's high vibration. It's the different energy. It's like love and hate. It's the same energy, just on a different spectrum. I mean, on a different side of the same coin. It's the same thing, the same vibe. Okay? Same vibe, different side. There you go. That's Jay. That's Jay speak. Same vibe, different side. You heard it here first. Okay? Okay. So this is the problem that most of the celebrities are having, because you lose touch with the people, with the masses. You can't lose touch with the masses. You got to be able to see the masses and be in touch with what's going on. That's why the celebrities are most of the celebrities, they give to the poor, because it brings them down, brings them back down from off that high horse. This is metaphysical, and this is practically, this is how you do it in a practical manner, to be able to bring yourself down and not be brought down. Okay? So your low vibration, same thing. It's like a hole you done dug. Oh, I'm good. Oh, I'm super happy. That's the low vibration. You can be happy or sad on it. It's just not having energy. And in this realm, you have to have that energy. You're going to have it if you tap into the God within. But that God within, the mistake, and this is biblical, the mistake is that you went too high a vibration, because the Bible is talking about vibration, the cell and how the cell evolved. This is highly advanced information. You went too high. You ordered this person to be smacked upside the head. You the only, look, I'm the only one. I'm the best one. You're going to see a lot of the creators sitting there pointing the fingers at y'all, how stupid we are and how smart they are, and judging you on everything you do. And these creators can't even barely show their face, because they know that they wrong for real, for judgments, for judging you guys. Judging. It's good to share your experience, minus the judgments, okay? Sometimes I miss the mark on that, but there you go. I can bring it back in. But this is the mistakes that we made in the Bible, and this is why we keep falling into slavery. See, the Bible is talking about how you keep falling into slavery, and this thing is leveled out. You a slave, the body is the fucking slave plantation. You on a plantation when you in the body. So how do I not feel like I'm a slave within this body? Hey, you keep in contact with the soul, with the God within you, and you don't separate with the God within you. What's the best way to not separate from the God within you? Guess what the best way to do that is? Don't eat. Psst. That's why fasting is so important. Period. Don't eat. When you don't eat, guess what? Now you can hear the voice of God for real. You're not hearing that other one, because they both reside within you. Same energy, different sides. Different sides of the coin. Okay? So this is what we want. We want God within to constantly be guiding us. God is the guide in the gut. I'm going to say that again. God is the guide in the gut. When we have a gut feeling, we have a gut feeling. A gut feeling. That's God. That's the guide in the gut. words and sounds, guys. Okay. Oh, you're reaching. That is not true. Okay. So you go ahead and do what I asked you to do. Fast. Once you fast, it's going to become crystal clear. There's going to be, it's that you're going to be like, oh, damn, she was right. My bag. Because once you fast, life's freaking stuff that fucking puzzles you, and life is going to become crystal clear. This is your parting the way. This is your, you know, parting. This is your entrance. This is your entrance. This is opening doors. This is opening the doors so to get to the prize, which is the God within you. And everything that every person, place, or thing that you intake, this is the separation. This is causing the separation. So if you only intaking sun and water, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard. But see, that's why Satan got the fork in the hand, because that's the gag. Satan don't have the weed in his hand, the drug, the punani, or the peen in his hand. He can have anything Satan wanted to have in his hand. What did he got? That fork. Because that's the gateway drug right there. That's the most diabolical, even though that word is overused. But the word is, it's true. The fork is the most diabolical weapon. Because that fork is going to be the guide. That's why them Africans eat with their hands. I don't blame y'all. I don't use a fork for shit. I just don't. It's a symbol. Yes, it's a trident. Because some of you guys going to come in here and say, that's not a fork that the devil got in his hand. That's a trident. It's a trident. It's a fork. It's a symbol. Okay? It's a symbol. It's the symbol. The subconscious recognizes symbols. It don't recognize nothing else. It's symbols. Okay? There you go. Damn. Drink all my coffee. Okay, so we got 7 more minutes up in this camp. And I love it when you guys are here but not commenting. That's amazing, because you allow me to, to just go. You know what I'm saying? When it's a bunch of comments, when I'm talking, it makes me hop off the topic and go into another topic. Because you guys know, you guys aren't talking. Okay, let me say that again, since YouTube want to boot me out. Joking. Okay, so I like when you guys are, the comments are amazing. The comments are currency. I'm going to just let you know right now. The comments are part of the currency. Like, YouTube looks at the comments, how many comments you have, and that's tally, and they tallying that shit up, right? But more important is for me to be able to get a clear, concise message to you guys. And you see, I be all over the place with it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why people write scripts. Because a lot of times when somebody talks and teaches metaphysics, or at least sharing their experience, right? Like I'm doing, look, God be like throwing shit at you. That's like, you be tapped in, like, in everything. You be just so tapped in, and you got so many thoughts flooding your mind at once. To have a script, you could be able to deliver a clear, concise message, more clear and more concise. But y'all just gonna have to take these little tidbits, these little sound bites, and use each piece that you can use for your own benefit, for your own rise. Feel free to use any part of the video. Just give me my credit, okay? For your short videos. If you guys would like to donate to my Cash App, is $ Janice States 1111. If you guys would like to share the video, feel free to do so. Feel free to Cash App me right now if you would like. $Janice States 1111. There you go, guys. Okay. So yes, honey, this has been amazing. I got 4 more minutes to go, and then I can honestly say I have did a live stream today. Okay. Um, so I got lots of work to do on the shit. I don't even know if I dropped that upload from last week from what I did last week, the vlog from last week. I don't know. And I definitely didn't drop the Northeast Market vlog yet. So I don't know when any of that is going to air. I won't know until this evening. I will be letting you guys know when they are expected to drop. Gotta get to work. All right. So there you go. I'm investing my time, not in scrolling, seeing what you guys are up to anymore. I'm investing my time into my content, which is going to get more amazing. But guess what? Everybody ain't going to get it. Some of you guys looking like, what the fuck is she talking about? Don't worry. Just keep coming back to the live stream. It'll become crystal clear once you start fasting. Listen, when you start fasting, everything is going to become crystal clear. Even the stuff that does not make no sense at all in the physical. You know, like Will Smith was saying, most of the stuff I do, y'all don't fucking understand. You can't understand. You can't have a thousandaire mindset and expect to relate to a person with a trillionaire mindset. It's not working. That's not how that works. You got to get on the frequency of the billionaire mindset to be able to even, because even shit that don't make sense makes sense to me. Because I'm able to freaking go in and find the sense and what people think is absolutely utterly ridiculous. Okay, so that's what being tapped in is about. So if something in this world does not make sense to you, you're probably not tapped in. You probably, need to come back, keep coming back to these live streams, and your life will become crystal clear. But guess what? Fasting will make that happen so much quicker. So I would invite you guys to take a fast, you know what I'm saying? To unseparate yourself, to remerge yourself back into God's grace. Okay, this is how we do that. That's how that works, guys. I have about 1 more minute left in the video. 3,000 people in the building. Been going on for 2 hours and 4,000 likes. That is amazing. I am so excited that I have 4,000 likes on this video. I do be complaining about the likes, but I'm gonna just let you know, for real, on the inside, I be excited for one like. I'm gonna just let you know right now, right? That be my poker face. I be so excited every like that I get, because I'm like, wow, that person sat there and took the time to press that button for me for this content. And so every like I get, trust and believe me, I am very grateful, because that is a part of, you know, you guys is, this is a part of your day that you liked. There you go, guys. Okay. Now we got 3 seconds left, and I will talk to you guys later. I thank you for coming. More live streams to come this weekend. I wish you all peace, wholeness, everything wonderful, amazing that your hand and your heart can hold. Now remember, guys, You are the best of them all. Do me a favor. Have an amazing weekend. Wholeness, guys.